Hello, my name is CjDuncan, and I'm here to help you take the gamble and the risk out of your lighting, and hopefully you can produce better results. So first of all, we're going to do is we're going to understand our stop. Stop is how we control our light. So first of all, we got one stop here. It can be represented by your shutter speed, your ISO, or your aperture opening. So to increase the stop or decrease the stop, we're either doubling or halving the light. So we could half the light, which would be losing a stop, okay? Or we could double the light, which is making more light. Okay, so we're doubling it. So it's double or half. That's what a stop means. Double or half the light. So we're going to do a quick little example here to show you. So here, let's just say this represents 2/8 on your scale. We got one poker chip. We're going to double the light or add a stop of light. We would need 2 chips. We're going to double it again. We won't do 3 because we have to double the next number, which would be 4. So there's our next stop. Now we have to double this one again, which is 4, 8. That's another stop. Surely you're catching on by now. So we're going to double this again. So now we're going to have 8 poker chips. Double that gives us 16. Let's do this one more time. We're going to double these amounts of, double the stack of 8, which would give us 32 chips. Make sense? So think of this as your f-stop scale. 2.8, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 16. Each time we're doubling the number before. Or if we go down, 16 to 8 to 4, 32 to 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to 1. Or F16, F11, F8, 5, 6, 4, F2.8. We're decreasing by half each time, doubling or halving our light. That's how we get our lighting. That's how we control our light with our stops. Now, when you come into portrait lighting, you deal with ratios. A 1-to-1 ratio, a 3-to-1 ratio, and so on and so forth. Well, the 1-to-1 ratio is going to be flat. That's one stop on the same amount of light all the way across. There's no difference from the highlight side to the shadow side. So let's say we have one side measures 4 and one measures 2/8. We have a one-stop difference, correct? That will be a 2-to-1 ratio. Think of that. Look at this. 2 poker chips to 1 poker chip. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. Let's go to the next level. We have 4 chips. Okay? 4 chips to the 1. Okay? 1, 2, 4 chips. That's a 4-to-1 ratio. But it's only a 2-stop difference. Okay? We can go on further. Now we have 8 poker chips. Okay? That will be our 8-to-1 ratio right there. And how many stops difference is that? 1, 2, 3. So 8-to-1 is now a 3-to-1 ratio. We can go any further. We go up here, we have 16 poker chips. And you know cards, there's not 16 cards in a deck or in a suit. There's not a 16, so we have the 10 and the 6. That's a 16-to-1 ratio right here, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4 stop difference. Okay, I hope that helps take some of the confusion out of your lighting and take some of the gamble out of there. Now there's one little thing that gets tricky when you're looking at portrait photographer. You're going to hear 3-to-1 ratio, 3-to-1 ratio. Well, we didn't see a 3-to-1 ratio over there. Well, where that comes in is between this stop and this stop. It's kind of a half stop. We got 3 chips, we have 2, we have 4. So it's right in the middle of between F4 and 5, 6 in this instance. 3 chips to 1, that's a 3-to-1 ratio. And when you're dealing with photography, this 3-to-1 ratio is what they're going to call the king. That's what, when you're doing portrait photography, Rembrandt lighting, this is what people like to see, is this 3-to-1 ratio from the highlight side to the shadow side of the face. Now granted, you can do split light and you can do a 5-to-1 or 8-to-1 ratio. You can do that 16-to-1 ratio if you want. It depends on your subject. It depends on the image you're trying to create. Just want to do this quick demonstration to help take the gamble and the chance out of your lighting, and hopefully you can create the image you want to and win the jackpot.